So you're ready to come together and start to work on a team strategy. So far, probably each of you has spent a lot of time working on your own article, but you need now to come together and figure out how are we going to approach this as a team. Now I've given you a 2-hour time period during one of our regular class times, so make sure that you've booked a room so your team has somewhere to meet, and be prepared to try and get this assignment done in that 2-hour window. It's official. You are a subject matter expert on your article. And if I set you to the table today, you would have all kinds of wonderful arguments, persuasions to try and get the other side to make the changes to the article that you think are important. But if we make all of those changes, would we have a good collective agreement? Because what are the changes other people on your team are proposing? So it's time to come together as a team. Each of you have looked at different articles of the collective agreement. Now we have to take a more holistic look at what we're doing so that we end up with a collective agreement that's going to meet your constituents' needs effectively. So I'm giving you 2 hours, and this is a suggestion in terms of how you can manage that time so that you get the project finished, but also you're ready for the simulation. So my recommendation is, first of all, book a room. Secondly, you need to spend time preparing for the session, because I think the first hour the team needs to use to educate each other about their articles. So I'm sort of envisioning a process where each of you gets some time to sort of walk the rest of the team through some of the key issues, concerns, questions you have about your article, so that you're educating them. Because when you get to the table, you're going to be relying on your team to help you as a lead negotiator. If they don't know what you're trying to do, how can they help you? One of the things you might want to do is create a cheat sheet. So on one page, sort of summarize key issues and what you're trying to achieve with your article. In the second hour, now you're going to start working on the assignment. And the first part of the assignment is that the team has to come up with an overall strategy. Once you've made the changes to this collective agreement, how is it going to impact? What's the overall goal that you've got? And one thing I want you to really remember when you're doing this is that you can't always get everything that you want. So you have to decide what it is that's important. If you tell me you want job security, increased pension, increased wages, more specified holidays, and on, you don't have a strategy. You just have a shotgun approach and you're trying to get everything, and you're going to get disappointed. So think really carefully. What do you need to achieve at this table in order to meet the needs of your constituents? Once you've figured out that overall strategy, now you can start looking at all of the articles that you're negotiating, and you can determine which ones are the most important with respect to this overall strategy. And you'll note that some you have a lot more flexibility on than what you may have originally thought. So what I want you to do is to list the articles from the most important to the least important, and explain to me why you've placed them in this order. One thing you've got to remember is this is not the negotiation order. This is just the order of importance to meeting your overall strategy. So this is the big question. Are you ready to negotiate? This is your first trial run. You have an opportunity to try and explain to a group of people some of the changes that you think should be made to the collective agreement. And so you'll see where you feel more comfortable and less comfortable, things you need to do to prepare for the negotiations. But the other question, that's just the preparation for being the lead negotiator. But most of the time, you're not going to be the lead negotiator. You're going to be supporting other people on your team. So how do you help them to understand your article, and how do you learn about the other articles so you can be an effective team player? This is your opportunity. Make the most of it.